Welcome to another In Wheel Time podcast, a 30-minute mini version of the In Wheel Time car show that airs live every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to noon Central.
This one's in the registry.
And was there a true Shelby connection to it outside of the rear deck lid and taillight assemblies?
No.
Okay, see, that's something else I'm learning, because I always thought there was a connection to Carroll Shelby in these cars because there were not so many, but enough of the Shelby components that gave it a Shelby visual. You know, if you drove by and didn't read what it was, you would assume that it was a Shelby just based on the look from the back.
Sure, yeah, I get that all the time. But it was strictly a package that the California auto dealers came up with Ford to grab more of the market for California. They wanted something special, kind of like nowadays you have the Texas edition trucks and whatnot.
Well, and that's pretty cool. And if you go around the country, those what I call dealer group cars, they pop up from time to time, but none has ever taken the enthusiasm of the car culture as a California Special did, because it's actually quite a desirable car in the car culture in general, but definitely in the Mustang families, people looking for a California Special. It's rare that you see one, and then much less to see one in the shape yours is in, because yours is, I'm assuming, looking at the wheels and tires on it, or at least the wheels on it, that is bone stock.
Yes.
So
those are the
no
original.
mods at all?
Not really.
How long have you had this car?
About 3 years.
And where did you buy it locally?
I bought it in Dallas.
In Dallas. So you bought it out of Dallas.
Yes.
From an individual or auction?
From a classic car dealer.
Okay.
Yeah. So do you know the history of the car? Who's owned it through the years or no?
Some of it came with quite a bit of documentation. As far as I can tell, we are the fourth owners.
That's all?
Wow. And the engine and transmission were overhauled up north.
In South Dakota. North Dakota.
Not quite that. It was more eastern.
Okay. Have you done anything to it other than drive it and spend a lot of money buying it?
Cleaned it up a little bit. I got the interior finished, put a dress-up kit on the engine, put a 4-barrel on it. It originally had a 2-barrel.
Really?
Yeah.
The car came with a 2-barrel. I'm surprised.
But you said before that you would it was basically in California, it was an option package available on a Mustang.
Yes.
So it could have been anything from an inline 6-cylinder up to the 428
yes.
428 motor and everything in between.
Yes.
So it wasn't necessarily a performance car. It was more of a visual car. That is what made the California Special.
Yeah, you could build them any way you wanted to build them. All the amount of options that they had at the time, the sky was the limit.
And on the interior, you said you redid the interior. Is the interior have anything unique to California Special, or is the interior pretty much pure Mustang?
Pretty much Mustang.
Pure Mustang. And any interior badging or anything on it, like
No.
a glove box door, nothing?
No.
I know it's got the script on the side.
The only branding or badging that they did was the script California Special on the rear quarters, the side scoops with the GTCS, and that the California Specials also did not have the running pony on the grill.
Okay.
64 and a half all the way through. They've always had the running pony with the tricolors on them. California Special did not. It was a blacked out grill and with at the time Lucas fog lights, which that has the original Lucas fog lights on it, and then hood pins. Those were the telltale signs of the California Special. Nothing
in the VIN tag or the body code tag identifies a California Special?
No, they have the run of them. Like I said, it's in the registry, and I have the registry book, so all the California Special VINs are listed in there. But there's no.
So there is a way to identify
Yes.
what would have been
a California Special.
California Special. And how many of them are in the registry? If you said about 3,900 were produced, how many of them are accounted for at this point? Do you know?
I don't remember.
Pretty sizable amount, or
fair amount.
Is it? And the registry is californiaspecial.com or something like that?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty basic. And then in, I believe it was 2004 or 2006, they started the badging and option for the newer model Mustangs for California Special.
I've seen that as well. And do you remember how much back then the option code would have been?
Actually, I have the.
Tell me you have the window sticker.
I do have the window sticker.
Oh, how cool is that?
And it's I believe that car retailed for that one. Mine in particular was like $3,900.
Wow.
Well, that was actually a lot.
A lot of money in 68.
That was a lot, yeah. Because a Corvette back then was like $6,000-$7,000.
Yeah, but he'd rather have a California
I'm
Special
not talking
than a
about what he'd
Corvette.
rather have. I'm just talking about the price. I'm trying to compare it to something that I could relate to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that was an expensive car.
So how many of them are in Houston that you know about? There used to be a white one up in Humble, owned by a young man, and he kind of tore
Everybody's a young man to us.
To us, that's correct. Well, this was a high school kid.
Hell, he's a young man.
I don't know how many are in Houston.
Are you a member of a club?
No.
You're not a member of Northside Mustangs or Houston Mustangs?
And because?
I just haven't joined in clubs. Haven't gotten around to it.
You're just one of those kind of guys that you're going to be an independent and.
Well, Northside Mustang and Houston Mustang clubs are pretty active clubs here in town. They have a lot of events to go to, and a lot of what I call self-help. So, you know, those clubs, they kind of get together and kind of help each other as people are doing stuff to their cars. And I always thought that's pretty cool. I know the Jeep folks do a lot of that as well.
Yeah.
We actually did a broadcast. It was a couple of years ago, I guess. It was down at the Lone Star Flight Museum down at Ellington Airport.
Had the National Mustang.
The National Mustang event. Did you go to that?
No.
You should have gone to that.
They'd have loved your car there. I mean, they had probably 400 plus cars
from all over the United States
that were showing, plus, you know, probably another 400 people that just showed up with Mustangs, and everything from, what was there, the Barn Find GT350 that still had the spider webs under the hood.
Oh, wow.
It was a 68 GT350. It was that bullet green color car. All the way up to brand new stuff that was brought there by some of the dealers and stuff. But really, really fun event, and they would love to see your car. And if you kind of watch, actually, if you watch our Facebook page, In Wheel Time on Facebook, I post up a lot of the Northside Mustang and Houston Mustang Club events on our page again. But yeah, go to one time and show that. It'll attract a crowd. People love to see that car.
I've been looking into that. Of course, now that we're getting back to normal, I'm going to try to get out to more things.
Well, we have a connection. Name is Randy Weldon, and great guy, and he would welcome you. And
he was on the board of the National Mustang Club for a long time.
Yeah, and he lives in the Woodlands, doesn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, and anyway, yeah, you would appreciate it. Yeah, I can tell you from experience, I'm not a member of a Corvette club currently.
They won't let him back.
No, they won't. They actually, I've been arrested when I showed up at the door one time. But at any rate, I gained some lifelong friends there, Bill Insurance Sites and others. And this was back in don't tell anybody, 77. Okay. So, and we've remained friends all these many years.
That's great.
So, and a wealth of resources. Hey, man, you know, I'm looking for a hubcap. I'm looking for a radiator cap. I'm looking for this, looking for that. Oh, yeah, well, use this place. Don't use that place. That kind of insider. You ever been in a car club before?
No, I haven't. There was a group of guys that we grew up. We all had hot rods. And,
Yeah.
This is actually my second
in the
Mustang.
Dakotas?
Actually here. Mostly they use horse and wagons in the Dakotas still, but you know,
Do you ever get back up there to ride some ponies or no?
I haven't been in since I was a child.
Okay, that's good. So are you a Houstonian now?
Yeah, I was born and raised here. I was born in Bel Air.
Did you go to Bel Air High School?
I did.
I went to Westbury High School.
Did you?
I did.
Okay.
Are they rivals?
Small world.
Oh, yeah.
They were.
They were.
They were big rivals.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
So what drew you to the California Special versus a bazillion other Mustangs that are out there?
Because of its uniqueness. When it popped up, my wife and I were looking for another Mustang. Like I said, I had a 65 when I was younger, and a coupe. Nothing real special about it. And I've always been a Mustang guy. And when we were looking, we were actually looking at a fully restored 66 coupe, and this one popped up, and I knew what it was. I knew the uniqueness of it, and I showed the boss, and she said, I like the way it looks, so that was the deal. She wasn't interested in how unique it was initially. She just liked the way it looked. So
good color.
Yeah. She liked the taillights, the Shelby style taillights. But after I explained everything to her, she was like, "Oh yeah." So we wound up getting that. And,
do y'all ever take it out to road trips or anything?
Not really road trips. We'll take it out around.
Is she here
town.
today with you?
She is. She is. She's there. She is waving.
Where is she? Oh, there she is.
She's watching the car, making sure nobody puts their greasy, grimy fingers on it.
But we take it out. It's a weekend car, and we take it out on pretty days to these events.
Cruise-ins, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, lots of fun.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You ever go to Nifty 50s up in the Woodlands?
I have not been yet.
That's a good one for you to go to.
Yeah, they're off. Their last event was last weekend, last Saturday.
Spring.
But come spring, and usually they have a big Valentine's Day event up there, and then they usually come back on about the middle of April.
Okay.
But Nifty 50s, it's another good event, and it's very, I'll say, a little bit more controlled. You have to be, I think it's 86 and prior to get into what I call the corral. So it's not as diverse as this. It's very much of a 50s, 60s, 70s cars are all that are in the corral.
Yeah.
Cool.
Look at that Torino convertible. Yikes. That's beautiful.
Yeah. So if you're just joining us, we are at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In out here at the Lupe Tortilla in Katy, Texas. And we're at Kingsland Boulevard and the Grand Parkway. Just thought you'd like to know that in case you wanted to drop by.
Still
or
have time.
Wondering what we're doing.
Come look at some of these gorgeous
the show
cars.
sounds different today. Well, because we're outside.
And if you've never seen a California Special before, come on out to Lupe Tortillas, and it's parked right in front of the building, center stage.
Yeah, did you talk to the guy that owns the, I guess we're thinking that it's a 68 Chevy sitting next to you. Have you talked to him?
Oh, we chatted briefly.
Yeah?
It's a nice car.
It is a very nice
I'm assuming
car.
it's a big block.
From what I can tell, it's an LS swap.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a highly modified car.
Yeah. Well, yeah, everybody's doing
Everybody LS swaps.
Motors. Okay. Well, we've lost Mars.
Well, I think he went out there. He's trying to
okay.
download the first hour so we can play
Okay.
it at the end of the show.
All right. He's working over there. All right. Well, very good. Well, hey, it's a pleasure to meet you and see you again.
Thank you. It was
Not
good,
that I
good to see
remembered
y'all
seeing
again.
you the first time, but now I will.
He needs to get back on Prevagen.
Oh, God. No, I need to double down on the dosage. That's what I need to do. Yeah, they do have the extra strength formula, but it's $10 more. So I'm not willing to
You're
unload.
cheap.
Cheap, $35 for a bottle of that stuff. It's $1 a day.
Yeah, but
I can't remember.
I was going to say you'll remember what you did.
Yeah, something like that. But at any rate. All right, well, thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate your time coming to talk about the car.
Thank
we
you
certainly
again.
do.
Cool car.
Yeah, very, very much so. All right, this is the In Wheel Time car show. We have lots of distractions and lots of things going on here that I'm trying to get Mr. Mars to sit down over here and do his car review. But clearly he is
He's working on something.
We don't know what he's working on, but at any rate, we have some other stories we can get to. And
Well,
would you like to do that?
Yeah, Mercedes is bringing back the Maybach name.
Yes, I have a story about that.
Okay, well, I'll let
Well, it's okay. Go ahead.
Well, it's been gone for a while, and Maybach was its own brand, though it was built by Mercedes. It was the uber luxury car that Mercedes built, and Maybach is to Mercedes on the ultra luxury side of things what AMG is to Mercedes on the performance side of things. So I think it's kind of interesting that they're bringing that brand back, considering that's going to be $300,000-$400,000 car, and they're going to sell every one they can build.
It's actually the current Maybach sedan starts at $173,995.10. It's called the Maybach S580 4MATIC sedan, powered by a 4-liter V8 bi-turbo with 496 horsepower.
Well, it's less price than I thought it was going to be. Yeah,
It's less, 180. That's the base price, 173,995
and 10 cents.
and 10 cents.
I haven't figured out what the 10 cents is for, because I know that the Maybach that they had previously all started at $400,000, but they were all kind of limo cars. You know, you had somebody would drive you places as opposed to taking it for a spin yourself.
Well, of course.
James would drive. James, do you have any Grey Poupon? No, that was a Rolls-Royce commercial.
So, Mr. Mars.
Howdy.
I think that what we're going to do here is that we need you to do your car review.
Okay, I was thinking you were going to do yours first, but I can do that.
No.
I read the instructions for today, and I thought you were first, Mars.
Well,
It depends on which instructions you read, but I'm good.
actually, I am first.
You want me to? So I'm going to do the Jeep Cherokee, right?
You're going to do that next.
All right.
Next hour.
So
let me go ahead and just do this.
So we didn't need you to hurry up and come sit down. Don was reading the wrong day.
well, you need to read this note too before you get too far gone.
Okay. 703 West Grand Parkway South, Katy, Texas, 77494. Is this your phone number, 281-392-2322?
No, that's the phone number for here.
And why am I reading that?
Because that's the correct address of where we are.
So we're on Katy Freeway,
No,
though.
we're not on Katy Freeway.
Yes, the address for the building is on Katy Freeway because that's Katy Freeway.
No. The address for the building is 703 West Grand Parkway South.
West Grand Parkway South.
Stop screwing it
in
up.
Katy,
In
Texas.
Katy.
In Katy, Texas.
It's not on Kingsland. It's on Grand Parkway.
Oh, for God's sakes. Could we do a rewind on this?
But if you just come to the intersection
this
of Grand Parkway and Kingsland, you'll see us. It's easy to get to.
703 West Grand Parkway South.
Got it. And for those that live in anywhere in Texas, this is Highway 99. We call it the Grand Parkway here. Just saying. All right. Time now for this hour's car review. Whether you like it or not, I'm going to do it.
Please do.
The 2021 Mazda CX-9. It comes in several trim levels: the Sport, the Touring, the Carbon, the Grand Touring, and the Signature. I had the Signature all-wheel drive. This is considered by the government as a small SUV. We like to call it a medium-sized crossover. It will seat up to 7 passengers. In other words, they've squeezed in a third row into a midsize. And yes, there's not a lot of room back there. Exterior changes from last model year, very minor. Exterior features: sharp-looking grille with high-mounted headlights, chin spoiler, and faux brake duct openings in the front end. Wheel well trim, blacked out C and D pillars, so it makes it look like it's all
The floating roof.
No, kind of, I guess. I hate that word. Floating roof. No, it's a roof that's painted a different color, and this is not that. Blacked out C and D pillars. Steeply raked rear hatch glass. Kind of gives it that sporty look. What I liked about it, the overall styling. Gets an A+. Interior highlights: quilted leather seats are available. Mine had that. Best designed interior I've seen in a while. It's certainly further up the trim level. More options that are included in it. So the further up you go on the food chain with this particular car,
The more options
there are. Second and third row climate control is available as well. Cargo and trunk room, well, small with the third row up, with the third row down. It's plenty of room back there. What I liked about it, third row is good for throw-down trips with the kids. You can pop that up. Sorry.
There we go.
Okay. So, sorry, we had a power failure, and it was my fault because of me. So, at any rate, to continue on with the review, I think that the new infotainment technology in the 21 Mazda CX-9 really could use a little help.
Why? Just the usability of it, the driver interface, or
yeah.
So a little more complicated
it's
to
too
use?
complicated to drill down is what it is.
Is it like a touchpad or a spinning wheel?
It's got all of that stuff, and to go from to change radio stations or to change actual frequencies, if you want to go to FM or to Sirius XM or you want to go to AM radio, it's much more complicated than all of that.
So there aren't any redundant buttons to speak of? Because I
no.
know that's something a lot of people like, is to have the redundancy of buttons on it, because that'll.
Yeah. Sorry. Yes. So I apologize. So the power cord for this computer was supposed to have been here an hour ago, and it's stuck in an Uber somewhere at some wrong address. At any rate, so on with the review of the 2021 Mazda CX-9. Has a 2.5-liter turbo four-cylinder engine in it that turns out 227 horsepower and 310 pound-feet of torque through a 6-speed automatic transmission. Gets 20 miles per gallon on the city, 26 highway for combined at 23. I got 22.8 miles per gallon over 327.1 miles. What I liked about it, nice power for this crossover, believe it or not, and I think that it gets all of that because of the Turbo 4 and the 227 horsepower connected to the 6-speed automatic transmission. What could use improvement? I think that it could probably get a little bit better gas mileage, or they should offer a hybrid option. What I liked, very nice ride quality in this. As far as improvement is concerned, I don't think that it could really use any. Base trim price on this is $46,605. Price is tested, $48,100.
Wow.
That's expensive.
Yeah.
Base model price, however, is only $33,960. Now, as far as its competitors, you're looking at the Ford Explorer for $32,225, the GMC Acadia for $29,555, and the Toyota Highlander for $34,810. And that is my review of the 2021 Mazda.
Read what's on the paper.
CX-9. Well, I got a lot going on here.
Yes, you do.
So there's that.
And you're getting the stink eye at the moment.
I know, and I'm sorry. I don't know how else to say Katy, Texas than I said it. At any rate, so thank you so much for joining us here. We are at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In at the Lupe Tortilla out here in Katy, Texas. There's only one Lupe Tortilla in Katy,
but there's
Texas.
plenty of them throughout the city.
By the way, this event is only here at this Lupe Tortilla in Katy, Texas.
But some people go to the other ones just to have good food and good time and good drink.
Or by mistake.
You got to know when to stop. That's all I'm going to tell you. That's my only advice, son.
All right, so we do have another feature here, World Racing Calendar. Do we have that?
Nope.
Okay, we don't have the World Racing Calendar.
Because I already went through what it was. The racing series.
You can't, because you see, this is also called a podcast.
Yeah.
And so the people that listen to this particular podcast don't necessarily listen to the one that we did it in earlier.
Well, the racing seasons.
How many times do I need to explain that?
The racing seasons are coming to an end. The only active series that's out there right now is Formula One. They have the Bahrain International Formula One race is next weekend, and then the Abu Dhabi, which will be the season-ending Formula One race, will be the weekend, 2 weekends after that. And Hamilton has captured the Drivers' Championship, and Mercedes has captured the Manufacturers' Championship. Honda is pulling out of Formula One, pulling their whole engine program out of Formula One, though they'll still leave the engines there for more people to develop, but it won't be Honda branded anymore. So that's it.
All right. Well, thank you very much. And because of our earlier power outage, and I'm not going to power outage it again, so we're just not going to do all this. Is that okay? I think so too. So, in other words, what we're going to do is we're going to just go ahead and start this new segment of the show right now.
Oh.
This is the award-winning car talk show in Wheel Time, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Today, coming to you from the confines of the Tailpipes and Tacos event out here at Lupe Tortilla in Katy, Texas. Howdy, along with Mike Out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Zekin, David Ainsley. I'm Don Armstrong. We are so glad that you could join us today, and we really do appreciate all of that. Thank you. And thank you for all of these people out here that have cruised in, because here at the Lupe Tortilla, they're serving breakfast tacos.
Good breakfast tacos.
Mimosas. They also have Bloody Marys here and other delightful things. Have you had any? You have. Good. Why don't you put that headset on, and Mike, why don't you introduce our next guest?
So joining us now is Kerry Snyder. Kerry's got that cool-looking '69 Cuda sitting out there.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that one.
Yeah, that one.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about the Hemi that's in it, because it says Hemi on the side of the
Hemi,
scoop, so I'm assuming
that thing
it's
got
a Hemi.
Hemi in it.
It does. It has a 2006 5.7 base.
Pull this up just a little tighter. There you go.
It has a 2006 5.7 based Hemi in it. We first put it in the car back in 4th of July 2005.
Oh, wow.
So it's been in and out many times. Finally got it on the road about 2 months ago. This is the second place it's been. It's got a whole 200 miles on it since we got it together.
Good look, very, very good looking car. As soon as it
is.
pulled in, it caught my eye, because I'm very much a fan of that first generation Barracuda, and this one especially because it's the notchback, it's not the fastback. So, a little bit different for what a lot of people expect, because that was originally kind of a economy car.
Yes, sir. Everybody's used to the fastback, the big glass window, because of the Hemi under glass.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And the BO23 cars, which were the factory Hemi cars that drag raced with, names like Sox and Martin.
So what got you to put a new gen Hemi, what I'll call a newer generation Hemi, into it? Was it did you find one that was wrecked and the parts are available, or did you buy a factory crate motor?
No, I've always wanted a 71 Hemi Cuda. Well, the availability of a 70 Hemi Cuda for a guy like me is nil.
Yeah.
And I had this car I bought in '96. It had a 340 in it. It was a fun little car.
Oh, yeah.
And in 2003, when the Hemi came back, I thought, man, that would be neat. So me and some friends, I bought one from a wrecking yard, the motor, transmission, computer harness. Nobody made anything for them, so we got together on the 4th of July weekend, pulled the 340, and got to work. But based on funds, I was never able to complete it. So it's set for a long time off and on, and now everybody makes everything for them. And over the last year and a half of being retired, I was finally able to finish it. Now, from 2005 to now, with the help of a lot of friends, we've been able to get it done, get it tuned, get it on the road, and now I can enjoy it. Yes, sir.
So what transmissions you got?
It actually has a 727 manual valve body reverse pattern in it.
Oh, wow.
Wait a minute. What does all that mean?
A 727.
It all means he's not a Mopar guy.
That's fine. A 727 is an old school Mopar transmission.
Torque flight.
Yes.
Okay.
And
3-speed?
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
Manual valve body just means it shifts like a 4 or 5 speed without a clutch.
Hard.
Yes, sir.
Uh-huh.
I did it for financial reasons. Eventually, it'll get an overdrive in it, but I had to get it on the road.
Streetable. Yeah,
yes, sir.
Had a friend years ago he put a clutch flight. Put a clutch in front of it instead of a torque converter.
Yes, sir.
So that he could launch it with his clutch. And then after that, it was just shifting it like an automatic.
Yes,
and
sir.
of course, now this is back in like 70, 71, so it was a cool thing to do back then.
God, you're old.
Well, but again, the torque flight back in the 60s and 70s, the torque flight was Mopar's beefiest transmission. It could take the most power with an in the automatic world on a Mopar product. So
Yes, sir. And this transmission is built to handle a lot more than this motor will put into it. I got it from a buddy of mine that was running it behind a car that was about 750 horse.
Oh, wow.
My motor's only about 4 1/4, so we've got no problem.
Understressed. You don't have to worry about breaking a transmission, beating on the car.
No.
So what final drive ratio do you have in it?
I got 391s in it.
Oh, so it's a little buzzy going down the highway, is it?
It's fun. Again, I've only got...
Sings a lot.
It does. I've only got 200 miles on it, so I'm still getting used to it. It's been off the road for so long that I just get a big joy out of it. A friend of mine, the gentleman with the Daytona, got me to come out here today. This is only the second place it's been since we did get it running. I love it. It's like I said, I've had it since '96, and now I can enjoy it.
Have you lit the tires up on it yet?
A little bit. Not in an area. I'm big on this. Not in an area where there are people,
Good.
or I'm just really big on that.
Yeah, we're not interested in having you do it here.
No, I will not.
We want people to behave here.
There's
as
a
they
time
come
and a
go.
place. And
Yeah.
this is not it.
I
isn't
wasn't
it?
suggesting that we do it here. I was just
Right.
asking if you lit it up.
Yes,
you
sir.
just started driving it.
Because you can.
Well, I had to test and make sure that
Everything was
You had to
capable.
research.
Yes.
Had to do the research on it.
right. And after all, I am a teenager at heart.
Well, I would assume so, building that kind of a car.
Yes, sir.
So I'm sure when you wheeled in, it's attracting quite a bit of attention because it's the car looks good. You know, we were talking before about some of these cars. You know, everybody throws an LS in something. You threw a Hemi in it.
Yes, sir.
And it should have a Hemi in it ultimately as a Mopar product. Did you go out and buy the electronic package for it, or did you guys adapt what you took out of the salvage car? to
Actually,
make
I
work?
didn't. I bought what's called a Mega Squirt system. It's a standalone computer that a lot of people use, but it's actually very user friendly.
And is it designed for the Hemi?
No, it's just designed to run a computerized car.
Okay.
There's a program that another company makes, and I got that program from them. Works awesome.
Well, and you know, a lot of people don't realize that with onboard diagnostics, there's a commonality, whether it's a GM or a European car or a Ford or a Chrysler
It's
product.
still under the hood, the same components,
The
basically.
OBD2 has the same action. They might do it a little bit different, so that's why the Mega Squirt program, the Mega Squirt package on it, can be adaptable to whatever brand you have underneath it.
They actually call it Mega Squirt.
Yes. It's a lot of people with Miatas. You see them, I'm sure, in your show throughout your studies. They run Miatas with LS motors, Miatas with different things.
5-liter Mustang motors in it.
They do. A lot of those gentlemen are running a Mega Squirt system.
Don's jealous.
Yeah, I am
Very.
too, because I've often thought about trying to do something like that, but messing with the computer and stuff, I didn't realize there was like a generic setup that you could do something with.
I'm more familiar with the old dribbler system myself.
That was my problem. I couldn't figure out how to make it work.
$1,300.
That's always been your problem, Mike.
That's actually not a bad price either.
No.
And so with that, how does it connect to the electronics of the engine? The sensors and stuff. Do you order a Mega Squirt that fits a Hemi, or do you order a Mega Squirt and then you have to build the harness to make it fit?
EFI Source is another company. They make the harness so it was all plug and play. There were 3 wires I had to plug into the car. Of course, power ground, and
probably an ignition.
yeah, the
feed.
ignition. I'm sorry. Yeah, I had to think about it.
Power ground and ignition.
But it was very simple to do, even for an old soldier like myself.
Well, that's pretty genius on them to build a universal or a system adaptable, because they'll sell a whole lot more of them, because so many people are doing these modern engine packages in the older cars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Particularly the trucks, like the C10s, that's real popular. And that just makes life a lot simpler if you can do something like that.
The 7-year-olds next to
Yeah, the 12-year-olds down there still giggling over it. But, I think that's pretty cool.
So $1,200, and then how much for the harness?
I got my harness, computer, program, and everything from EFI Source. was the company's name, and I spent a whole $1,500 on it.
Oh, that's not much.
No.
Not much
No.
to do what you did.
Right.
So what'd you pull the Hemi out of? Truck or car?
The original Hemi came out of a 2004 truck. The one that's sitting in there right now, just because of some things that happened, come out of a 2006 Charger Daytona.
Okay.
Buddy of mine built a 426 for his Daytona. This motor had some headwork and a cam, so we threw it in here when he put his 426 in his car. And yes.
Forgive our children here.
No, we're good. Yeah, I got you.
So is there? You're pretty happy with this engine package that's in it? Are you going to go to anything different? Maybe jump on a 392 or
The future plans are, because the 06 motors.
a Elephant?
No. This car weighs 3,000 pounds. That's too much motor for this car. The 06 Hemis have a problem with dropping valves, as I'm sure you guys through your research.
It's cam issues.
Well, the cam issues I understand,
Yeah.
yes. But so when this motor dies, and it will.
Oh, yeah.
I'll
Find
shall we
another
say
one.
help it.
Yeah.
But when it does, the 392 long block is $2,800 from Chrysler. I'll
For
buy
the long block.
For the long block.
That's actually pretty cheap.
It is.
So I'll buy a long block, put my accessory drives and stuff on it, drop it right back in the car, reprogram it, and be done with it.
Well, I have to tell you, that 392
impressed.
is bad to the bone.
Yeah, it is.
I agree.
I've had an opportunity to drive one of those in a current car. Wow.
And I think it's more than enough motor for that little 3,000-pound
yeah,
car.
Oh, yeah.
But the one that's currently in the Challenger, it's more than enough motor. And, to me personally, don't get me wrong, I love the Hellcats. I love the red eyes. I love all that. And but it's way too much horsepower.
When you get to a certain point where it's not what you could consider
Usable.
a muscle car that you can drive every day of the week and then go to the track, it becomes a little more tracky than streety.
Right.
Is that a word?
Tracky than streety.
Tracky than streety. Boy,
Okay.
we are adding to the vocabulary today.
We're doing our part.
Street unruly. How's that?
There
So
you go.
let me ask a question, because I know back in the day, Mopar did build a small number of Hemi Barracudas.
Yes, sir.
Did they ever build one in a notchback?
To my
Were they
knowledge,
all fastbacks?
they were all fastbacks. There's one car that was built. I can't remember who built it. I think it was Tom Hoover, and it wasn't a production car, but it was called the Ball Hemi, and it was a notchback.
Okay. Tom Hoover
of the
of funny car fame. Tom
Yes, sir.
Hoover. Okay.
And it was a what they called a Ball Hemi, and it was built on a 440.
Oh,
That would that,
your fan club is here.
yeah. Exactly.
It's all good. But it was built on a 440 base, and it was called a Ball Hemi.
Okay.
Yeah.
But no,
Why did
not
they
production.
call it that?
Because the heads and the way it was
Because it
built.
took balls to drive it.
Ba-dum-bum.
We'll be here all day.
Don't forget to tip the waitress.
I think it's been all day for just the past 15 minutes, I think. Oh, my God.
All right.
Love it.
Well, thank you so much
Kerry,
for stopping by.
We appreciate it. Yeah.
I appreciate it, guys. Love it. Love what's
Yeah.
going on out here.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. We are at, thanks again for stopping by. We appreciate
Thanks.
you. We are at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In at the Lupe Tortilla in Katy, Texas, which is on the Grand Parkway just south of I-10. Let me make that perfectly clear. It's the Lupe Tortilla in Katy, Texas.
You're going to be in so much trouble.
I'm
Just
not. I
keep picking that scab down.
I've said over and over, it is Katy, Texas. There's only one Katy, Texas. There's only one Lupe Tortilla in it. This is it. Just saying. They're all inside. That's it for this podcast episode of the In Wheel Time Car Show. I'm Don Armstrong, inviting you to join us for our live show every Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to noon Central on Facebook, YouTube, and our InWheelTime.com website. Podcasts are available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher Radio, iHeart Podcast, TuneIn, Google Podcast, and Podcast Addict. Keep listening, and we'll see you soon.